Hello, have you ever wondered why nature seems so peaceful, yet life sometimes feels chaotic or like a disorder? Or have you thought of why the sun rises without fail, but your emotions sometimes fall out of control? Today, I will be looking into the eternal wisdom of nature, a guide that holds the secrets to balance, healing, and resilience. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you will discover how to decode the language of pain and suffering, turning them into powerful tools for self-growth and inner peace. Isn't just about understanding nature, it is about aligning with its timeless truths to transform your everyday life. Look at nature's wisdom. Just look around you. Every blade of grass, every outburst or rush of wind, every star in the vast expanse above follows laws, unchanging, timeless laws. This is nature's wisdom at work. It is profound, yet simple, majestic, yet humble. Think about, for instance, the law of gravity in science, which ensures stability, or even the laws of thermodynamics, which govern energy and matter. These are not random occurrences, but evidence of an intelligence that sustains the universe. Let me ask you, have you ever paused to wonder why, despite the chaos of life, there is still balance? Seasons change predictably, wounds heal, and the sun rises unfailingly. This balance is not accidental. It is a divine arrangement, a harmony designed to sustain creation. All that happens in your life is also a divine arrangement, not accidental. For even a car accident seen by you somewhere isn't accidental because it is a divine arrangement. In your daily life, just think about the stability of nature. When you feel overwhelmed, it will bring you stability. For example, if you throw a ball into the air, gravity ensures it returns the ball to the ground. Similarly, when you experience emotional upheavals, there are natural laws guiding you back to peace, just like gravity returns the ball naturally to the ground. So these laws are there guiding you back to peace, if only you allow yourself to align with them. Nature operates on laws that are simple yet profound, governing the universe in harmony. Whether it is the pull of gravity, the cycles of life, or the balance between creation and destruction, these laws act as a framework for everything around us. Understanding these principles not only brings clarity, but also connects us deeply to the Creator's wisdom. Let us explore, some of the lessons that nature offers in this video and see how they relate to our spiritual and emotional lives. There are three fundamental tendencies in nature, and nature operates through these three basic tendencies, which forms every other law you have come across in life, whether in physics or chemistry or biology. Number one is creation, anabolic process. Think of a seed growing into a tree, or a baby being born, or anything being created. When created, it is at its purest state, very new. Nature has this tendency to create, and it does so eternally. Even as we're speaking, nature is creating. Creation is always going on, always, eternally. Number two is sustenance or preservation, which is the ongoing process of maintaining balance and stability. This balance from nature maintains life. For example, you will see naturally the roots of plants naturally drawn towards water, called hydrophilia. Even leaves and sunflowers, you see their flowers naturally facing the sun, we have called photophilia. Even the Earth's atmosphere contains constant supply of oxygen to maintain life, human life and animal life. Our intestines, for example, secretes, the right type of digestive enzymes meant for a specific food for digestion. Even a wound on the human body starts healing on its own naturally. So all these are sustenance. They are under nature's what? Tendencies or processes. The third is destruction, catabolic process. You must have seen old leaves fall, clearing the way for new leaves to grow in their place on a tree. Then these leaves decay for recycling of what? Nutrients. If you notice, even fire consumes to create space for renewal. Likewise, in our lives, in your life, you are experiencing these three states at all times. Creation, sustenance, and destruction are happening to your body, in your body, and in your mind at every moment, constantly. Also have these three tendencies as your qualities. I must tell you, creation is your ability to innovate. Destruction is your capacity to let go of what no longer serves you, sometimes including your body. And sustenance is the art of maintaining your inner peace. So, whatever happens or has happened or will happen in the world happens with the framework of, creation, sustenance, and destruction tendencies of nature. Often we resist destruction, holding on to old habits, beliefs, thoughts, or relationships, unaware that this resistance disrupts our balance. I want you to ask yourself, what are you holding on to that you should let go of? For example, imagine throwing a ball into the air. always falls back due to gravity. The essence of this is nature's way of maintaining stability. That is why, similarly, if you cut your finger, okay, knowingly or unknowingly, your body naturally works to heal the wound. Nature works to balance or sustain everything. Your injury healing itself is a sign of nature's tendency to sustain life naturally, even without you putting, any efforts to apply first aid at that instant. Just as nature balances creation and destruction, we humans must also balance our spiritual growth by doing what? With the removal of negative habits to sustain inner peace, without which there will always be some form of pain hanging somewhere in our lives. Example, practicing forgiveness in your everyday life is an automatic creation of harmony by you. You and others. While letting go of grudges is an automatic destruction of resentment, which leads to a balanced and peaceful life for you and as well as others. So pain in life exists as nature's way to guide our free will. If a person, for instance, steps or sits on a pin, the sharp pain from the pin gives him a warning, a message from nature, and this helps him to adjust. By so doing, protect his body. But the pain will increase or continue until the person understands the message and pays attention to danger. Have the free will to change the action, which brings pain to you or others. Here is a hard truth. Nature will keep the pain until you change your actions to something positive, to something right, to some action that gives no pains, either to yourself or to others. And as humans, we possess a special gift, the gift of the free will. Unlike, plants or animals that operate instinctively, we humans can choose our actions. We can choose what thoughts, what feelings to act upon, what decisions and desires to act upon. But with this freedom comes responsibility, and pain is nature's way of reminding us when we go astray. Have you ever touched a hot stove? The sharp pain forces you to withdraw your hand instantly and immediately. That pain, though unpleasant, is a message, a teacher ensuring you don't harm yourself further. Now apply this to emotional pain. When you feel rejected, disappointed, or angry, it is a signal from nature. It is a message from nature. It is not punishment, but it is guidance urging you to reflect and adjust your path. For instance, if you repeatedly find yourself in toxic relationships, the emotional pain is a lesson. It is a gentle push. It is a gentle message from nature that you should reevaluate your choices and beliefs about love, or change your actions to make a better, lovely, happy relationship. Otherwise, there will be pains which needs healing. Suppressing this pain with distractions will only delay the healing. So you have to listen to it. Understand the message behind the pains in your relationship and adjust your thoughts, adjust your words and actions, or sometimes even your attitude or character. Nature's language is pain. So learn to decode the message behind every pain experienced by you, or sometimes even others. Every pain, be it physical or emotional or spiritual, carries a message. Pain is not your enemy. It is not the enemy. It is the messenger of nature. Now let us decode the message behind, certain pain using, few examples. Now let's start with number one, physical pains. It could be pain from a sharp object, wrong sitting posture, or from heat. When you touch a hot surface, the pain allows you to pull away and prevent harm. A burnt toe, normally when you hit your toe at along a path, that teaches you what? Caution. A headache may urge that you take a rest or get better hydration. Number two, illnesses. For instance, like joint pains, for example, might suggest dietary adjustments or a need for you to make movements or take a walk around the park. Let me tell you, nature speaks through symptoms, but are you listening to the message of nature? Next is emotional pain. Example, sadness. Sadness after a quarrel with a loved one signals the need to reflect and repair the relationship. Frustration, sadness, or anxiety points to misalignment in how you live. Are your expectations unrealistic about your loved ones? Are you ignoring certain needs of theirs or even your needs? Unlike plants and animals, humans have free will, but this free will comes with responsibility. Pain acts as a guide, warning us of potential dangers and teaching us valuable lessons. So another perspective is this. Pain, whatever kind of pain in your life, reminds you to match or align your choices with divine principles. Ignoring these messages, of pain from nature often leads to prolonged suffering. For instance, stress from dishonesty in work might be a signal to return to integrity. So you have to shun dishonesty and incorporate integrity. Thereby that takes away the stress. Also, imagine someone who works tirelessly without rest, chasing success or wealth at the expense of health. When exhaustion sets in, it is not failure. Nature has not made you to fail. It is nature's way of saying pause and realign. Do you know even emotional suffering serves as a silent teacher? Have you ever felt like life is unfair? Perhaps you have asked, why me? Why is this happening to me? God, why me? Emotional suffering often feels isolating, yet it is universal. It does happen in most cases virtually to all human beings. But here is the key. Suffering is not meant to break you. It is meant to awaken you. Consider this scenario. Two people lose their jobs. One falls into despair and hopelessness, while the other sees it as an opportunity for reinvention. The difference lies in their perception. If you see suffering as a punishment, it will weigh you down and further, mar your progress. But if you view it as a lesson and look for the message behind it, then it transforms into a stepping stone and moves you forward. Take the example of sadness. It often arises, when we resist change or cling to unmet expectations. If you have ever been heartbroken, you know the pain feels unbearable. Yet with time, you realize that heartbreak taught you resilience. It taught you self-worth or what love truly means. Pain, when understood, leads to wisdom, leads to divine wisdom. So there's always some human factor. Understanding ourselves and others is very important in life. Why do people respond differently to the same situation? The answer lies in their thought patterns and beliefs, their inner programming. It could be from childhood, at school, or from the society. For example, if two people see a glass of water, if you put a glass half full of water to serve them, one person sees abundance, another sees lack. One thinks, oh, the glass is half full, and feels hopeful. The other thinks the glass is half empty and feels disappointed. So let's bring this closer to our life. Imagine you're on traffic and someone cuts off in traffic. You could rage thinking it is disrespectful and feeling disrespected, or you could think perhaps they are rushing to an emergency and you keep cool, not bothered about their reckless driving. So your reaction or responses in life stems and comes from your thoughts or beliefs at any moment. Here's an exercise for you. Reflect on a recent emotional reaction. Ask yourself, what belief triggered that response of yours in that situation? Now, I must tell you, awareness is the first step to freedom. Awareness is like a lamp. In it contains the power of true knowledge. At the core of Emotional suffering is often a lack of understanding about life's deeper truths. Who are you? Why are you here? You know, these are not philosophical questions, but practical ones. Without clarity, we fill the void with false identities, titles, possessions, or relationships. And when these are threatened, we suffer. For example, if you define yourself solely as a successful professional, a career setback can shatter your self-worth. But if you see yourself as a soul, a spirit, a child of God, a timeless being beyond roles and achievements, then external challenges lose their power over you. So, decoding the message behind pain is very vital to live a peaceful life here on earth. Every form of pain carries a message to you in your life. For instance, physical illness may indicate unhealthy habits like poor diet or lack of exercise. Emotional suffering often points to misaligned thoughts or actions, such as unrealistic expectations or unkind behavior. Let's look at a situation here. Consider a student failing in exams. The failure, the emotional pain encourages them to study harder and seek guidance. However, not doing so will worsen the situation. Similarly, a person feeling lonely may realize the need to nurture genuine relationships. So, practice to reflect on your pains from time to time, be it physical, emotional, or spiritual. Ask, what lesson is this teaching me? Once you take corrective actions, peace naturally follows. For example, someone frustrated by work may find relief by adopting gratitude and seeking meaningful work aligned with their values. Right knowledge has good role in taking care of emotional suffering. Our emotional reactions comes from our belief systems. Two people in the same situation may react differently based on their knowledge and beliefs. So, you may have one type of reaction with your colleague at work always due to his intolerable behavior. But the day you realize and have the knowledge of his brain damage when he was a child, your reaction becomes a response. Your reaction will become different, filled with compassion. So it is knowledge that makes the difference. So don't be quick to anger and keep reacting, but respond positively with polite tune to people always. Because there is some knowledge about them, you have not known of. Knowledge liberates us. I mean, it brings peace to us. Just as understanding a person's past, can inspire compassion, like the example I gave about, the person's brain damage. Also, understanding our purpose and identity can reduce, our emotional pain to a great extent. For instance, Realizing that setbacks are temporary in life can transform despair into resilience. So the universe has a message. Nature has law which urge us to live in harmony with ourselves and others. Breaking the law results in pains in our lives. Misalignment with these laws leads to suffering, while obedience to the law leads to joy and happiness, fulfillment, likewise peace. So I'll give you some practicable steps. 1. Understand the root of your pain. If you are angry, ask, what expectation was unmet? 2. Correct misalignments. Align your actions with virtues like honesty, patience, and kindness. 3. Embrace true knowledge. Seek wisdom about your identity and your purpose in this life to gain clarity and peace. A farmer who plants seeds and works patiently trusts nature to bring the harvest automatically. Similarly, in your life, when you sow good deeds and trust divine timing, you experience abundance. There is a divine timing for everything, and that is in the hands of the universe or nature. Now, remember this. Nature is a reflection of divine wisdom, teaching us patience, balance, and accountability. Pain is not punishment, but a messenger urging us to align with spiritual truths. Emotional suffering often results from false beliefs. So identifying and replacing your false beliefs with divine truths brings peace in your life. For I must tell you, since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, His eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen and being understood from what has been made, from creation. So, in conclusion, align with nature's laws. One of your ultimate goals in life is to live in harmony with nature's laws. By so doing, you attain a perfect state or stage. This doesn't mean life will be free of challenges or problems, but it does mean you face them with wisdom, calmness, and peace. Imagine a river flowing around rocks. It doesn't resist but adapts, finding its way forward gently. In your life, don't resist people. Stop using anger or violence. Instead, use peace and use gentleness to find your way. When met with challenging situations, flow like water around such situations. You will be unstoppable because water is unstoppable. Similarly, when pain or suffering arises, pause. Ask yourself, what is this teaching me? Align your actions with the message, and you find not only relief, but growth. This is nature's promise. When you listen, nature guides you back to balance. Your life, like the universe, is meant to be a masterpiece of harmony. Are you ready to align with it? When we observe and honor nature's wisdom, we gain profound insights into life. By decoding the messages in your pain, you will embrace true knowledge and live in harmony with truth. We free ourselves from suffering, hurts, and pains and align with the Creator's plan. This journey not only leads to personal peace, but also inspire others to walk the paths of truth, like you are walking. So, nature speaks to us every day, not with words, but with balance, with rhyme and silent lessons, sometimes through pains. It teaches us to let go like the fallen leaves, to stand tall like trees, and to adapt like rivers, finding their way. The question is, are you listening to nature's message through the pains that you experience in your life? If today's teaching has stirred something within you, let it inspire deep reflection and change of how you view pain and suffering. Remember, pain isn't your enemy, it is a guide. Suffering isn't a punishment, it is a wake up call in your life. Align with nature's laws, and you will not only find peace but uncover the deeper truth of who you are. Let this teaching resonate deeply within, and may it guide you to live as a caretaker, keeper, or a steward of divine harmony. Thank you for joining me on this journey of enlightenment. If you found value in this video, like, share, and subscribe to Enlightenment and the Truth, where I reveal the deep mysteries of life, one truth at a time. See you in the next video.